at least y'all know going into the podcast what the fuck is going on, why my face look like this, and why I have attitude. I had a long night. I'm exhausted. Trying to access resources that are too late to try and access. And still trying to tell motherfuckers, like, I need to be able to do things, honey. It's not about being in control of myself. Who has control of me? It's not about that. It's not about rebellion. It's about my fucking well-being. I need to bathe my ass every day and my fucking stomach growls every day. Let me get my shit together and stop fucking it up for me, please. You've already taken pieces of my life away from me. So many days and hours out of my life. For God's sake, get your fucking hands off of my life. Anyways, that was last night. I ain't have no signal at work. I ain't have no internet. But then come to find out, I didn't pay my phone bill yesterday. It was supposed to be paid yesterday, so at midnight they cut my phone off. And I didn't know because I was working my ass off all day trying to listen to my phone if it's going to ring, if I'm going to get a response back. And guess what? No response all night. Even until 5:36, 5:40 in the morning when I was ordering my Uber or trying frantically to order an Uber. I still didn't understand what was going on with my phones and my internet till I got back here and charged my main phone up and turned it on and found out that my bill was not paid. So I have a terrible attitude today. I'm $150 broker than I was yesterday from buying lunch for work and other things and paying this phone bill. So actually $200 broker than I was yesterday. My manager told me get some rest and wake up and call my health insurance so that I could try and get some health insurance approved as a new hire at this company. I got a bullshit stress-related disease. It's not bullshit. It's very real. But it's bullshit that I have it and that it affects me. And some bullshit things wrong with me that's not a fucking fatal or terminal or a condition that would disqualify me for any health insurance at all. So I'm kind of pissed about that. Next weekend, I'm supposed to visit DJ King Assassin. If y'all don't know who DJ King Assassin is, that's a very close friend of mine that I call my brother, who produced music for me and let me live in his studio before when I was like 18, 19 years old. Who's also Tupac's producer and an owner at 98.2 The Beat LA radio station. He also owns the DJ King Assassin show podcast. He also produced for many, many, many West Coast rappers, from Tupac to Digital Underground to Mopreem Shakur to San Quinn. Okay, rapping Forte. Myself, Tequila McClinton, the homie Jazz McGruff Muttley, DJ Rendezvous from K-Win. Okay? And Bailey's and Green D as well, I believe, was all recording B-side from New York, I believe from Buffalo, New York. Maybe it's not Buffalo. I think it's another city. Anyway, long story short, Tupac's producer did invite me to the studio already next weekend, honey. Tired of me crying and going through everything alone. Some of my friends, even some girls I used to talk to when I was in Alabama, like reached out to me and wanted me to come stay with them. But it's like this, honey. If I come stay at somebody else's house where I don't have my own business, my own money, my own transportation, my own lifestyle, my own anything, you know what I'm saying? That's still gonna have me on the couch somewhere broke, going further into debt, not able to pay probation, not able to move, not able to open my business to the public or get a public operating business license. You can't just think you could live somebody else's suggestions and think you're going to accomplish your own personal goals. Somebody asked, why do it look like you're looking at 3 cameras? You maybe this is your first time on this show, but y'all, I said a whole long ass intro, so let's go ahead and get the show started. That's a good question. Let me tell you why. Because it is 7 a.m. here on the West Coast, Northern California, Stockton, California to be exact, baby. My name is Cherry Franklin. This is the Cherry Franklin Show podcast, where we get on here and talk about the stimulus check, the news, the government, current events. We also talk about personal issues, finance, community, as well as music and networking goals and promotions as well. So if you have not rolled a blunt, made a drink, a cup of coffee, a sandwich, or fired up a square, whatever it is that you do when you do what you do, when you watch TV, when you watch YouTube videos, or when you come to this podcast to get in the smoke session, y'all, now's the time to do so. I'm going to go ahead and hit you with the intro. Here's 3 minutes of Put It in the Air by Trapito at SNC Global, featuring yours truly, Cherry, the Mrs. Franklin. Y'all, let's get into this smoke session. Why don't we? I do have some flavors in the building today, separated just for me. Sounds like, looks like Sunset Sherbet, Cherry Burger. I can't even remember the other two. C19, COVID-19. Y'all, these are weed flavors called that. It's different colors, it's different flavors. And some I separated over here. Hey, who don't like that? Just like a Gremlin, we got some dead joints in the air. We do not care, so we on the left. I feel like a baby bird. Let's go to Z-Man. I feel like I just rolled out of bed and fell on the ground. But I really just worked and been up for like since. I want to say almost 20 hours now. 19 going on 20 hours. You a disgrace, but with my stash, I'll be where you stay. When I get mad, I roll on the paper. Gas, blowing on bait. Ay, put it in the air, put it in the air. Put it in the air, put it in the air. Everywhere I'm at. Eyes on low, what I'm up there. Put it in the air, put it in the air. Is that Trey? Put it in the air, put it in the air. We rolling up with stickers. I don't know if he's still in here. I took hella long to answer him because I thought it was somebody else. Hey, Trey. Everybody go follow and subscribe to Trey on Tag. Favorite him and send him some money. Go in the car, the room, it go down. 800 don't move, smoke come out. 2 all night, yeah, that's my cloud. 1 rotations, that's my crowd. He ain't gotta smoke this Cali. Put it in the wood, but she grew it in the valley. Keep on wax on, leaf on tap. I'll turn the team up, pep rally. Why you gonna call me Terry? I had grace with it in the berry. Mr. J, I'm coming with the Mary. I'm no air pack. I got lungs like a motherfucking vacuum. Puff, ash and pass, I'll tax you. That's just facts, no cat, boo. I put it on wax with a pack of food. It's written on me like a tattoo. Big circle like a battle rapper tattoo. Like buns, but I put it in the bag too. Like fronts, but I put it on the bag too. Don't do me. I keep 5 on it like the Loonies. Hit your ass off with a 2-piece. It gon' tune me. Quick acting brand new like a groupie. It just put it in the air, put it in the air. Just put it in the air, put it in the air. Everywhere I'm at, eyes on low, but I'm up there. All right, anybody got any questions, comments, concerns, or special requests before we get into the news? So y'all know, if y'all don't know, we do got a couple of stimulus check videos on standby. I was
I'm saying that's what this is all about, right? Clothes, bank rolls, and hoes. You know what I'm saying?
I got a couple videos on standby. I do need to smoke though, because I'm exhausted. So, first and foremost, look at my head. Head right there, head right there, head right there. And look at my stinking facial expressions. Looks like I'm just complaining, talking shit. I need to do me a meme of that facial expression specifically. Let me look real quick. Somebody's live right now raving about the 4 stimulus. I don't know if this is a dependable source.
In the U.S. House back in 1999, I think. I took a busload of women from northern Vermont, from the St. Albans area, Franklin County, who were dealing with breast cancer. These are mostly working class.
Let's smoke and listen to Bernie for a few minutes.
Cancer. And we took about an hour and a half trip up to Montreal, Canada. You know why we went to Montreal, Canada? It wasn't for a sightseeing tour. Why did we go? All right, this is what happened. And then we had arranged all of this stuff beforehand. And I'll never forget this. One of these things, you know, that stays in your mind. We went into this pharmacy in Montreal, and these were women, working class women who were struggling with breast cancer. No easy thing to deal with. Walked into the pharmacy, and a widely prescribed breast cancer drug called tamoxifen, okay? They went in there, they purchased that drug, same bottle, same damn thing, for 1/10 of the price.
We listened to Bernie Sanders for a few seconds.
1/10 of the price. Okay. Now, out of that trip, I was the first member of Congress to do something like that. Other members did it, senators did it. And today, there are millions of Americans who, unfortunately, are having to buy their medicine online or even visiting other countries to buy the medicine they need. In the United States of America, we should not be forced to pay the highest prices.
I just want to shout y'all out because we are over 30 viewers for the stream.
Listen to this if you can believe.
Thank y'all so much.
Today, 1 out of 5 Americans who walks into a doctor's office and gets a prescription for their illness cannot afford to fill that prescription. Today in America, and many of you may have had this experience, people walk into the pharmacy and the price of your medicine is doubled. And you say, well, why is it doubled? And the answer is they can double it, they can triple it, they can do anything they want because there is no legislation to control them. And the reason for that deals with the broader issue of a corrupt political system in which big money interests dominate what goes on in the United States Congress and in legislatures all over this country.
I just got off work.
All right.
I just worked a full graveyard shift plus overtime.
So imagine that. You have people dealing with diabetes, dealing with cancer, dealing with heart disease, dealing with Alzheimer's, dealing with all of the terrible illnesses that people are coping with. And these drug companies who are making unbelievable profits, who are paying their CEOs outrageous compensation packages, they can raise their price to any level they want. Now, we have three approaches that we are going to use to substantially lower drug prices in this country. First one is pretty easy. It says that Medicare should negotiate drug prices with the pharmaceutical industry. Now, you got a pricing system in the pharmaceutical world, which is so Byzantine, ain't nobody understands it. Every hospital pays a different price. Medicaid pays a different price than Medicare. Medicare pays a different price than the VA. In fact, the VA, Veterans Administration, has for years negotiated prices with the drug companies. That is why their prices are the lowest in the country. And that's what we have to do with Medicare. Second area that we can make some progress is I am not a great believer in unfettered free trade. I should tell you that because I think it has hurt working people a whole lot. But if we are importing products from all over the world, do not tell me that we cannot safely import low-cost prescription drugs made by the same exact manufacturer from Canada or the UK or France. Of course we can. Distributors and pharmacists can do that, and they can resell those products at a substantial.
Honey, it's hard for me to watch this. Really quickly, let me tell you something about Bernie Sanders. He identifies as a progressive party that's neither Republican or Democrat. But he has been working with the Democrats to put together a $2,000 stimulus check plan and proposal since June of 2020. It is now November of 2021. Let me just say, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, as the leaders of the Democratic Party, you should be supporting these congressmen and women, Senator McCray and Senator Craig, Democratic Senate. I believe Senator McCray was a woman, honey. I don't know which one it was, but one of them was a woman. Okay, you need to be backing and supporting these plans that your congressmen and women who have been tirelessly working, voting, and debating in the White House along with the Republicans. Not only has influenced the petition on change.org for a $2,000 stimulus check, but Joe Biden won the freaking election because he promised us a $2,000 stimulus check. Correct? Y'all remember that or not? Don't act like I'm the only one paying attention. Okay, somebody heard me over there in the back. Thank you. One person, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too. Thank you. Yeah. Joe Biden won the election because he promised Americans, American taxpayers, a $2,000 stimulus check for every family and every household. The $600 check from Trump was not enough. That's why they issued a $1,400 check. Need I remind you, $600 and $1,400 are neither $2,000. Only when you add them together. Why believe him though? Why not impeach him though? One thing I agree with that he did, he pulled funding on building a wall. Why do that when you could just increase security and employ more Americans? Why do that? Cameras. You got cameras at every traffic light. Anyway, that's the one thing I agree with, right? Now he pulled the funding on that. Defund the wall. Boom. American citizens kidnapped in the Middle East. Boom. Denying the building of the railway in the United States of America, but supporting the railways in Russia. Boom. Denying the stimulus check. Boom. Not introducing or requiring a stimulus check while increasing the American debt ceiling. Boom. Writing $3.5 trillion worth of stimulus packages between all members of Congress. Passing a 1.25 infrastructure plan. Boom. Passing the American government budget for the government to still be employed for the rest of the year, so they don't go on a 6 to 8 week vacation, which they would probably still get paid. Boom. Now, Build Back Better plan, which still has not been definitely determined a stimulus check nor a stimulus check amount. Boom. Taxing corporations 28% from 21%, 22%, all the way to 28%, nearing 30%. Imagine 1/3 of everything you make gone. Then you have to pay rent. That's not even mandatory yet. Boom. And they promised us $2,000 at the beginning of this year. They just gave us $1,400 with Donald Trump $600 and called it $2,000. Like, I know. Let me also say this. Vaccines. The amount of vaccines available has increased. Boom. Some jobs require having a vaccination. Boom. There's still a Delta variant. Boom. And there's no guarantee the vaccine will keep you from getting COVID. Now, what about unemployment ran out? Boom. Pandemic assistance ran out. Boom. Right? There's a lot of stuff. I'm not going to keep booming. I am going to keep booming. But I'm not going to keep booming Joe Biden. So the reason why we was listening to Bernie Sanders is because he started the idea of the $2,000 stimulus check that Joe Biden got elected about and that we have a petition for on change.org. Y'all, please do what you can, where you can, when you can, and sign these petitions at change.org, even the ones for the justice for the say their names hashtags, even for the $2,000 stimulus check. Back to the justice to the say their names hashtags, justice for the say their names hashtags. Hashtag say their name, what they call it, right? If you don't know what to research or who to research, let me tell you recently, justice for George Floyd, justice for Ahmaud Arbery, justice for Breonna Taylor, justice for Vanessa Gillen, justice for Jacob Blake, justice for Robert Fuller, justice for Ma'Khia Bryant, Adam Toledo, the 8 Black men and women found hanging in the U.S. that was deemed a suicide by local law enforcement agencies. Okay? Or you could start where I started. Eric Garner, Sandra Bland. I could keep going. Mike Brown. I could keep going. I'm not though. I want to, but I'm not. Y'all, please visit change.org. Do what you can, where you can, when you can. It's very important. It's so important. Also, vote.org. Y'all register to vote. There's a vote in your city, your county.
President Biden said he is shocked
every year. So go register at vote.org.
Says the stimulus package will pass and it will make the cost of living, people's bills, and inflation finally come down. Plus, an update from the IRS that keeps more money in your pocket. All of this and more in today's update. Hello and welcome to today's November 11th daily news report, as well as ongoing stimulus package information video. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. You've watched this channel because I tell you the truth about what's going on in Washington, D.C., the U.S. economy, Biden's Build Back Better stimulus bill, money investing, and much, much more. Now, don't forget to take 20 seconds and follow the link to the cash giveaway. It will be in the video description box below. You can sign up each day to be one of the 20 people that will win $250 cash, or one of the 10 that will win $500 in cash, for a total of $10,000 in prizes and 30 winners. There's no strings attached on how to spend that money, and I'll make sure to leave a link below. I also want to thank today's video sponsor, Policy Genius, and I'll tell you how to use them to save money today. All right, now before I share the news today, I just wanted to thank all the veterans for their service to our country. I wanted to let you know that you have value in my YouTube community and how much I appreciate you. My own father served overseas in the U.S. Army for many years and loved his country, so thank you so much for all of your service. All right, now earlier today, President Biden laid a wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier, as is tradition with U.S. presidents. The IRS has announced that due to inflation, every household will receive an increase on their standard deduction during tax season. The standard deduction is a large household deduction that needs to be used or exhausted before people have to switch over to itemized deductions. It is one of the biggest tax write-offs in the tax code, and it just got bigger. This year, the standard deduction will be $400 higher for single filers and $800 higher for married couples. So a single person's standard deduction will be $12,950, up from $12,550. And a married couple will now be $25,900, up from $25,100. So an extra $400 to $800 for each American, depending on your marital status or how you filed your taxes each year. But that was an increase thanks to everything that's going on. Kind of like Social Security getting that almost 6% boost because of inflation. Now, this could help most Americans keep more money in their pocket this tax season, and I wanted to let you guys know about that. Now, I have a lot more to tell you about Biden's Build Back Better stimulus bill, inflation, and President Biden.
Yeah,
but let me take just a quick minute to tell you how to save some money today. I want to thank today's video sponsor, Policy Genius, for helping my community save money. Policy Genius is America's leading online insurance marketplace. They can help you save money today on life insurance by getting you the best price. Policy Genius makes it easy to compare quotes from over a dozen top insurers all in one place. It's why they have thousands of 5-star reviews on Trustpilot and Google. As we head into the holidays, this is typically a time most people reflect on life and what they are grateful for. And in most cases, what we are grateful for are people. So if you have family that depends on you for help or for your income, then making sure you have a life insurance policy in place is a smart move. Unfortunately, I've known families that suddenly lost an income provider that didn't have life insurance. And in most cases, life insurance is more affordable than you would guess. And did you know that you could save 50% or more on life insurance by comparing quotes with Policy Genius? So head to policygenius.com/Stephen Gardner to get started right now. And to make it easy, I'm going to leave a link down below. Democrats continue to work on the Build Back Better stimulus bill. The American people are up in arms about this idea of giving the wealthy such a large annual tax benefit. For years, Democrats have demonized the Trump tax cuts. I'm not here to say whether they are good or bad, but I can tell you that I personally benefited from them, and so did my family. But now, with the desire to repeal the SALT tax deduction caps, the wealthy could pocket upwards of $500 billion in tax savings, or in other words, it would put $500 billion back in their pocket. That is still up for debate, but I know the American people are not happy about it. Senator Joe Manchin has signaled that he would like Pelosi to pass a smaller bill that gets at the heart of what would help the country most right now, and then circle back in 2022 with a different stimulus package. He wants to see inflation cool off and not have gas thrown on the fire while the White House refuses to acknowledge inflation is an issue. However, White House Chief of Staff Ron Klain had just the opposite to say and said that the White House will do the opposite of what Joe Manchin wants and push forward. When asked how the Biden administration had gotten so many things wrong, Klain said it was all Trump's fault and that they are dealing with these issues and it is not Biden's fault. He said he could also respect why voters were upset with Biden. Here's what he had to say. I totally respect the view of the voters that we haven't made enough progress. We haven't gotten enough done yet. I mean, he's saying these things. Okay, let me keep going. COVID is down by 75% from when we came here, but it's not all the way. So I think we voted for saying on Tuesday, as you know, that not enough has been done yet, and we need to do more. And that's what we're doing. Again, starting next Monday, signing the infrastructure bill, working with the House to pass the Build Back Better plan, which will help bring down